All right, let's try these harmonies.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Listography. Jason, Joe, and Crams are here in the midst of the band week, and we've ranked their records. We did that yesterday. Check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. Today we are going to give you each our top 10 favorite songs of the band. Lots of good songs to choose from. So what do you guys got?
Started off. Most of this is going to be from Big Pink. Just a spoiler alert. I think 7 of 10 are from that album. Starting with number 10, Chest Fever. Awesome dark organ, deep purplish almost with that sound. Maybe the sexiest song in the band's catalog. I don't know. I also even kind of dig that weird middle section, bizarre little breakdown. Number 9, I've got Long Black Veil. They do cover so well. This is an amazing song about regret and worry, and there's like this darkness to it. They're at their best when they do these songs because they're just such great communicators. Number 8, I've got I Shall Be Released. Really love the singing, the high falsettos. I don't even know if it's technically a falsetto, but just sounds amazing up that high. It's a great Bob Dylan song. Gorgeous song about being released from a prison, whether it's literal or metaphorical. And there's like this nice religious theme of saving and redemption to it. Number 7, I got Acadian Driftwood, like Joe was talking about in the album's video, just the harmonies and everything so good. Number 6, a nice soft piano ballad, Sleeping. Picks up gradually, nice build to it with just a little bit of guitar, and then everything else kind of comes in. Amazing lyrics. Number 5, Lonesome Susie. Just catches that slow sorrow soul feel of the band so well. The guitar playing is great. Number 4, the cover of Wheels on Fire. Nice kind of great jam, a little psychedelic, upbeat. It's filled with just these amazing, cool little guitar licks that send it off into the chorus or accent this. Just cool little licks everywhere that you can if you listen to it 3 or 4 times, you'll just find these little nuances. Number 3, I think Jason's number 1. It Makes No Difference. Beautiful vocal performance. Just a really good, it's ballad isn't the right word because that makes it sound like it's going to be cheesy. It's just really poignant. It's almost got like a bridge over troubled water kind of sense to it to me. Number 2, I'm going to go with The Weight. Joe was saying, just that great lifting harmonies with the ands. We should really all try to do that on this Zoom call. But yeah, I think it's amazing, and just the character and the voice and hey, wait a minute, Chester. All that stuff is just so good. Number 1, like we said, as much as we love the band, it is like a gradual decline from music from Big Pink. And for me, literally from the opening track, my favorite track, Tears of Rage. I love this guitar tone. It's so 60s summery to me. I can just picture fireworks and a little league game going on, and everyone in the stands talking about what's going on in Vietnam. It just seems so picturesque of a 60s sound to me. Dylan with the lyrics and Manuel with the melody. It's just beautiful. This is my favorite of his vocal performances. You can just feel the heartache and the sadness radiating, but still hopeful at the same time. It's an amazing song. One of my favorite songs of all time. One of my favorite pieces of lyrics of all time. Tears of Rage, number 1.
Very cool. I'm similar in that I think every single one of my choices is coming off the first 2 albums. I believe so. So not that I hate every song on every other album, but for me, it's just clearly the 2 best. My number 10 is going to be Up on Cripple Creek. Not totally different than anything on music from Big Pink. It's really sort of upbeat and kind of sarcastic and a little biting, but the lyrics I think are really what make it great. Number 9, I got Across the Great Divide. which is the opening track from the band, self-titled. Kind of got that circus-like atmosphere right off the bat. Very, it really sets the tone, I think, for the whole album with the Southern Americana flavor. Number 8, The Unfaithful Servant. It's a little jazzy. I think Danko is probably one of Danko's best vocal performances, and there's a little mandolin or fiddle solo, something in there. That sounds really cool. Number 7, This Wheel's on Fire. I love the lyrics. Bob Dylan does it again. And it's got this kind of like mean driving beat to it, which I like. Number 6, I think Kramzer said it best when he said it was their sexiest song. I got Chest Fever, and that huge, like, it's not, I don't think it's fuzzed or anything. Like I don't think there's anything special about it, but that organ sound is just so big and cool. Like it's like you're right next to it. It's great. Number 5, I got Tears of Rage, which I'm guessing was lyrically written by Bob Dylan. He's got a shared songwriting. So another very cool lyrical piece. Whole track's like sort of got like this great narrative flow to it. And I think it's Manuel's best vocal performance. Here's the first track. Number 4, I got Whispering Pines, written by Richard Manuel. Again, that big organ, slightly psychedelic. It's almost, it's got like this kind of Traffic sort of, Summer of Love sort of organ sound, which is cool. A great acoustic guitar plucking in the background as well. Number 3, I got The Weight, just that chorus, the and that I can't do because I can't sing like the band. Number 2, I got In a Station. It's got this ridiculously cool clavinet that comes in. I think it's a clavinet. Like it's super poppy. There's like this line in the background, like this synth line that's like, it sounds like the 80s, like a Billy Joel. And I don't mean that in like a bad way. It's like super catchy and like nothing that I'd ever heard on like a 60s album before. It's really cool. You just have to listen for it. But number 1's gonna be To Kingdom Come. I love the upbeat shredding, not really shredding, but for the 60s, yeah, it's like shredding guitar, great shared vocals, and a really killer bass line. I think it's one of their best bass performances. And it's just got that big pink sort of like mystique mystery to it that's like swirling throughout the whole song that just love. So yeah. There's my top 10, the band. It's all of the first 2 albums, but that's all you really need.
All right, my top 10. Number 10 for me is going to be Ophelia. Love the groove, love the horn arrangement. I think it's great. Number 9, I've got The Weight. Just a really great song. I love the way they kind of trade off verses. One of the all-time great songs from the 60s. Number 8, I got Stagefright. I love in the last waltz that moment where Rick Danko is just standing alone in the spotlight. And the line where he says, "Sing like a bird," and his voice kind of like cracks. It's awesome. Number 7, I've got The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down, which I think is just a great example of Robbie Robertson's kind of unique way of writing songs. Number 6, I've got The Unfaithful Servant. Beautiful song, great vocal performance by Danko. Number 5, I've got The Shape I'm In, which I think is a great tune. Garth Hudson, one of the unsung heroes of the band, and I think he really shines on this track in particular. Number 4, I have Whispering Pines, just another one of those kind of heartbreaking vocal performances, this time Richard Manuel. And I've got a couple of those in a row coming from Richard Manuel. Number 3 is Sleeping, another one of his great vocal performances. And number 2 is Tears of Rage. Just like you guys both said, incredible vocals. I love the guitar work. Just a really, really soulful song the whole way through it. And my number 1, though, is It Makes No Difference. I think that opening guitar part just gives me goosebumps. Then the vocals come in, just a devastating track. And then on top of that, these amazing harmonies come in on the chorus. It just like keeps one-upping itself throughout the track. I think it's awesome.
This might have set a record for a collective songs list. There's at least like 12 in there that at least 2 of us had. There's a lot.
Got my work cut out for me on the shared songs graphic at the end of this one, because me and Jason, we don't have many in common, but I think we had 4 or 5 the same on this. That never happened.
And Jason, you said there's a chance that It Makes No Difference might be like a top 5 song for you all time?
I think after this week, probably number 2 behind God Only Knows. But they're both like so good that it's almost silly to even like rank them at that point. It's just like as good as a song can be, both of those tracks. But let us know what your favorite songs by the band are. Drop them down in the comments below. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the bell for notifications so you know when our videos come out. And be sure to check down in the description. We have links to all of our social media accounts there. You can follow those. And keep a lookout. Tomorrow we've got a side 3 coming, continuing our discussion of the band. And Friday we'll be doing our favorite albums of '05. So thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next one.